Hey guys, Null Puppet here, and today we're going to be talking about Sonic 3. This is an impromptu Sonic 3 review. Here's the thing. I don't know if you guys have noticed by this thumbnail that I made. You can tell I made it because it's not great. But by this thumbnail, you can tell I love Sonic. Sonic is my favorite guy of all time, probably. And the best Sonic media that has probably ever come out, it has been the Sonic movies, now a trilogy. The first one, I really liked it. You know, it's your run-of-the-mill Hop movie. Remember Hop with the same guy? Mike Marsden? James Marsden. I don't know. It's one of those guys. Anyway, when we get to Sonic 2, which was beautiful, really, really good. Still on a Fortnite dance, but, you know, still really good. Idris Elba came in as Knuckles, and Colleen O'Shaughnessy reprised her role as Tails, and it's fantastic. Sonic 2, great movie. Not perfect, but really, really good. And I thought that's where it was going to end. Honestly, what movie franchise has the best movie being the third? You know? So I was really like, fine, we're going to do it. The trailer came out and it gave me false hope that they were going to shoot a child on screen. And let me tell you, everything I hoped for was in this movie, plus one thing. Now, spoilers, please go watch the movie. Genuinely worth a watch. Especially if you've seen the other two. But it's really, really cool. Like, this movie is just goes out of its way to be really, really cool. Let's talk about the bad parts first. There is, once again, another dance sequence. Now, I know they did it in the first and the second movie of, like, a dance number. And I get it, it's a kid's movie, but also it was, like, a weird Jim Carrey on Jim Carrey fanfic type dance number. I don't know what picture I'm showing, but it's gotta be something. I've watched it 2 times so far. It came out yesterday. And I've disavowed that part of the movie. That part of the movie is not part of the movie that I watched, and I've seen it 2 times. I can say that. But the dance number is definitely like a low light, and the Eggmen were on screen most. It felt like there was like a 50-50 split of like Team Sonic, Eggman, and I don't know if that's great. I liked it, but like, I don't know. It feels like they really leaned into the Eggman portion of the movie, which is, again, fine. I really liked it. The movie was really, really good. Let's talk about all the highlights. God, this movie's sick. This movie's cool as hell. So, you know, in the trailer with the Akira slide, how they were going to do an Akira slide? They did that up a building. He Akira slides up a building in Tokyo, and then Shadow goes and then jumps down to create a clash that takes out all the power in Tokyo. Like, come on. Like, that's just cool. That is just Sonic level cool. That is just Shadow level cool. Another highlight is something that I felt like the games lacked, which is crazy for, like, the story of a Sonic game, but, you never really get that attached to Maria. In this, they hit you over the head with it. You were like attached to Maria, and even me in the first viewing, seeing how cute like this child was, and all these children, like Shadow is like much more child coded in the movie. Same with like Sonic and the group, but like seeing these 2 children like together in like this government base, and it literally brought like it made me shed a tear or 2 of knowing that this child's gonna die. And there's this like really powerful scene where they're like doing a movie montage, and like there's like a nice song playing. I can't remember what song it was, but they were playing a song, and then they go up and look at the stars where Maria says, the star shines even though the light reaches us even though the star is long gone, you know, which ends up being a part of the movie, go figure. And then they start playing that montage song again, and then they cut to the dilapidated 50-year-old record player after everything happened. And it was like, I was like, holy shit, what are you doing? This is a Sonic movie. These are kids here. They can't know loss like this. So that was really good. I don't know, I just complained about Eggman, Jim Carrey being in the movie too much, but like, his performance is out there. Oh, beautiful. One of my favorite Christmas carols is the Jim Carrey one, the animated Jim Carrey one from when I was a kid. And you could almost hear him in the older version of Eggman. It was beautiful. It was awesome. The movie was also very funny. Obviously, they pretty much did a one-to-one recreation of the Maria scene from, where, like, Shadow and Maria running, gun agents. And then let's talk about killing a child on screen. They did it. Uh, they actually went farther than the games did, where you actually see the shot go off. And the shot goes off. It doesn't hit the children. Lame, right? But no, it hits an energy tube, and then Maria explodes, which is pretty much on screen. So instead of shooting a child, they were like, well, I guess we could let her blow up. They pulled that whole regular show thing, where we can get a child blowing up off the sensors, but they can't be shot. So that happens. That's crazy. The movie's really good. Another really huge highlight is, like, the fight scene. There's a fight scene between Super Shadow and Supersonic. And they're punching each other so hard that they go across different landscapes. Like, they're in the mountains. Oh, now they're in the pyramids. They're, like, punching each other literally across the earth with so much force and magnitude. And that part's really, really good. Like, it's extremely readable. That was the what I was talking about with some people, is that you could really tell what was happening. It's not something you see in a lot of superhero thing. It's either really boring or you have no idea what's happening. And in that one, you could really tell exactly what was happening with these people, and it was crazy. It was really good. I quite enjoyed that. There's a scene where, like, Sonic is knelt down in front of a dead body, or what you think is a dead body, and then it cuts to Shadow being knelt over Maria, which is also crazy. I just genuinely did not think in my lifetime, or anyone's lifetime, that I would see Maria's death on screen like that. That was crazy. And it was really, really good. It was really good. Now let's talk about actors, actresses. Once again, Idris Elba reprises his role as Knuckles, does a fantastic job, one of the best to ever do it. Honestly, thank God they made Knuckles back into, like, a not a naive warrior, but like a warrior who doesn't know much because he spent all this time alone. And Tails, Colleen O'Shaughnessy, once again, does a fantastic job. Literally the Tails person out there. Ben Schwartz, once again, great Sonic, great voice actor, great guy, love the guy. And then we get to Keanu Reeves, who, while I thought he wasn't going to do great, he did. He knocked it out of the park. Of course he did. That's on me. And he did wonderful. I remember a lot of complaints from the second movie is that the human subplot was bad, which I think you're dumb if you think that, because Sonic is in a world full of humans and you're going to tell me there's no story about humans in there. That's dumb. This one had very little human subplot that weren't Eggmen, so I think a lot of people would enjoy that, which is good. But yeah, no, genuinely, like, I felt so good about putting all my eggs in the Sonic 3 is awesome basket. And for everyone who's watching this video who knows me and they were like, oh, Sonic 3 is not going to be that good. Fuck you. I was right. Once again. Anyway, yeah, it's Sonic 3 was really, really good. Worth a watch, worth a second watch, and I'm probably going to watch it a third time because, God, I love that movie. Really fun, really good. Oh my God, I literally almost forgot. Stop the presses. They played Live and Learn in the movie. They played Live and Learn, a song from the game. Played an integral part, and they were playing it for a while. Like you could hear it like in the background, and you're like, oh shit, it's Live and Learn. Oh my god, they're doing an orchestral like thing as a backing track. But no, they play Live and Learn. You could hear Crush 40 singing. It's so good. It's so good. It's really cool. I genuinely cannot stop singing its praises. And I'm excited for Sonic 4, which the first credit scene shows it's about Metal Sonic, baby. Metal is back, I guess just created. We've got a ton of medals running around, and we have the Amy Rose, and specifically the way they portrayed her. I don't think they're making her like boy obsessed, Sonic obsessed Amy Rose. I think they're doing what they did in the recent animations that came out, where Amy Rose is cool and is her own person, and not just girl who likes Sonic, which is perfect. I'm really excited for Sonic 4, obviously. I was really excited for Sonic 3 too, no matter what. But this movie is definitely the best in the trilogy so far. Akin to how a lot of video games where the sequel is better than the original and you like the sequel more. It's very video gamey, very good. A lot of references to the source material in a way that wasn't just, look, we put the Goombas in there. Don't you remember the Goombas? It was very like baked into. These references were baked in, and you would notice it if you're a super fan, and if you're not, you wouldn't notice it. And it was just kind of normal in there. It really plays an important part. Movie of the year 2024, and you know what? Preemptively, let's give it Movie of the Year 2025. And postemptively, let's give it Movie of the Year 2023. Alright. That's all I gotta say. Yeah. Goodbye.